2011 champion of Brazil, Geminex, Rebane, Bunny Team, and Alibs versus the French team at Nataxo, off the bench, by the way, for this team. He was their substitute and is playing in this match, it looks like. Marine Lepente on those bear paws. We're not seeing a lot. First exchange is a 4-1. Fives now in the middle as Champ and FS going to stun each other. Oh, that was a nice corrupted steal through the entire blue team. And they're in big trouble on this choke. The reset does nothing because of the Mystic Rocks. Champ just about gets out there with his life. But that was really, really strong from our French team. Step bro, I'm stuck right now. Geminex going to get stunned. They have the corrupted steal. Probably off cooldown. Zabroska playing very passive here. Just waiting for that angle on the choke. Geminex wants to get something done with the Impaler. Champ now comes in, looks for the opening, gets stunned. Here comes the bow, the energy drain on top of that as the Shadow Caller comes in. We've seen Alib doing some massive work with the plate effect on the Shadow Caller E. Marine comes in, bear paws the whole team. The Guardian Helm comes down with the emergency shield, but they're just looking to reset. Bunny team pumping fire from the low ground, but there's no cap yet, and it's just this sort of 5v5 standoff, isn't it, Tazik?
They're just sitting on the choke, right? This blue team just can't find their way up it, and with the Shadow Caller, it's going to be hard because he can just walk out of it, does nothing. They need to get a nice CC chain going or something, but look at that corrupting steal.
Another corrupted steal goes through. Sakara actually nearly got dropped in the back, which was quite surprising. Geminex, though, the bow might finish him. He does go down. Champ, the shield's going to run out. Champ's going to drop as well. And these are some expensive sets, and it's going to be it's going to be a kill on Bunny team. Well, they can't. They're just getting controlled before they get there. Anytime those rangies try to push that choke, the corrupted steel hits them in the face, and they're just playing so patiently with those Mystic Rocks. That was not the start I would expect from these boys.
I really wish the champion just played a little bit more aggressive and like force the choke open with his potion or something. Get that bow hitting him instead of his backline. Geminex,
look
right? They couldn't do anything.
The tanks are so greedy now. The tanks are all playing poisons. They're not playing Martlocks anymore. They're not playing poisons anymore.
Look at Champ's build. He's not even playing like knockback swap, right? He's doing the standard Staff of Balance purge with the cultist sandals. So yeah, he doesn't have any escape if he goes in, right? It's all about just surviving.
And this is the thing, is the tanks historically were able to create that space by playing aggressive. This new kind of like anti-heal greedy, I call it a greedy meta, honestly. Because the resist pot gives you so much control in the backline. The second they're pumping you, Rebane comes in with the leap here, looking to make some space with the Purity, but he instantly has to drop out. Geminex is on top in attack zone. Ataxo says hell no, sends him packing. Now Champ's got the Mystic Rocks up the choke. Aliv's getting some good value off those sickles. Corrupted Steel, not the cleanest onto the blue backline, but they're holding firm in this choke. Down goes the Guardian Helm, and they need to use these emergency shields to push. They get 2k of absorption. They need to push off of the back of it. Down goes the axe damage on the choke, and he's getting so much value out these razor cuts. Not a single one cancelled so far. And like you said, Tazik, not having those fiend sandals means that you're relying on the cartwheel to cancel the razor cut,
which is just such like an unrealistic thing to save cartwheel for it, right? And Alib's getting a hard run down that choke if he's gone. The Impale Slow just runs you over. The uptime on it is crazy as well. And look at Marine, he was blinking forward onto Bunny Team, but Bunny Team got in the tent for the bubble with 17 HP left.
This is such a tanky lineup as well for Step Bro. Like, you know, they've got double royal armor on Marine and Zabroska. Bear paws, corrupted still. You wouldn't think these guys were in plate though, with the damage they're kicking out, especially off the back of the bow shred. He's using the raging blades as well to ramp up his damage, so he does have some damage amp on the axes. But historically,
one thing that's ruining them, right? If you look, FS Petite's playing Hood of Tenacity. He's not playing Purge Helmet, so he has that anti-heal helmet, that nice little feel that this other team doesn't have, right? And that's a big problem for them.
They have one mage robe, like, and Marine is actually playing the Purge, which I really like it, because Marine is sort of in and out, in and out. He can leap in, blink out. He can control the bow. The tank is much more likely to be on the kill target than Marine. Like, he's just going for the big clumps. As long as they have something to control the bow, and in this case they've got one Fiend's Cowl and one Mage Armor, they're fine. And the tenacity is just so strong. Because he's got Mystic Rocks, he's got Rotten Ground, and then he's got the Tenacity. So he's got three sources of anti-heal to keep the pressure on the target. And right now, Blue, they just can't do anything against this. They just don't have an answer to it.
They have no game plan. Like, Shaky Feet is actually shaking right now, right? They have no idea what they're doing. Bunny Team just died for free. Champion of Brazil was cartwheeling the other direction. What's going on?
And this is, you know, this is a team we would expect potentially to see in the final. And honestly, Stepbro are just dunking them right now.
Let's be real though. This is a best of 3, right? So maybe they swap something, make some magic happen. If they do make a swap, you know, maybe it's a glaive to actually just reposition some people and get some damage or something. But what's happening right now for Shaky Feet is a disaster, right? They're down 6 kills. They have no damage compared to the other team.
Gemini is playing his Pike, but he's not playing the Demon Armor variant that we see him shut people down with. Oh, sorry, the Demon Cape variant, where he root smashes them into the demon, the opening to hell. And he, like, Gemini is a player that needs to be in the enemy backline. Right, he needs to be connected with targets. He loves to do things like the tenacity boots Impaler. But that hold previously, finally he finds his way into the back and does get onto the attack. So Nataxo with the purging shield though, Geminix just can't attack for a little bit, and now Geminix gets turned on, has to blink out, corrupted steel down the choke into the Mystic Rocks as well. So much anti-heal. Finally it ends. FS goes out, but this double energy drain as well. Like,
look at Champion of Brazil, though, right? He finally got off of Staff of Balance. He's now on the Arcane tank with the Judy Boots, and they were able to come up that choke, and then they just lost the fight. Their backline of the Shaky Feet team isn't able to do anything compared to Nataxo on that bow.
They had to switch something up, though. They had to switch something
up. I like the swap of the tank, yeah, but they just need to figure out a way to shut down Nataxo. Nataxo is destroying this blue team right now.
Yeah, he's just, and it's every bow player's dream, though, to get this much space. And the thing is you've got 3 plate users in your face, right? You've got a cartwheeler on your fire, who he was, you know, he is getting some good damage out. The firewall, I like the firewall. They finally find Sakata. They're going to lose the 20 tick. Marine's going to go down. Zabroska may drop as well. It's the bow and 2 plate users. Zabroska's probably going to drop to Geminix. One more stab will do it, unless FS comes in. Mystic Rocks into stun run for the intercept. 3 of them are going to get out, but I mean, this is a bit late for a comeback, isn't it?
13 to 138. I mean, we've seen worse, right? They finally figured out something that works for them, swapping to that Arcane. Champion is finally able to just play a little more aggressively, shut down the casts, get the silences off. So maybe this is going to work a little better for them, but I really don't like Geminix's Pike, right? They could have gotten that kill with the Spirit Hunter. I mean,
instead. if you're piking, you're all in, right? In my mind, you're doing open into hell. You know, even the tenacity shoes Impaler, you just need to ramp up that damage on a single target. Even a Demon Helm would be plausible with it. It just kind of, like you said, you will achieve the same result with the Spirit Hunter, and the Spirit Hunter comes with the added resist stuff, because you got 3 plate users and a guy with a Sacred Scepter. So four of them basically don't get CC'd for very long. The only real target is the bow. And Nataxo knows this. I'm loving the fire, though. Bunny team on the fire. Such a great firewall, such a great ability against this triple front line. Problem is spears with stacks can pretty much just stab over a firewall. They don't really care. They're practically a ranged weapon at that point. Geminix goes in. Big shred onto him. Force back up the choke. That corrupted steel. We've got to shout out Zabroska. He is finding the angles on these steals. It was another 3 on the choke. He timed it perfectly with the retreat. The Magic Shock's doing some impact, and Geminix maybe looking for an opening here. Rebane, he's in a lot of trouble, though. Bunny team gets himself in the corner pump. No one's even noticed. Bunny team just chilling there.
He's poison potted, though.
And he might have just won this fight for them. No, he nearly got FS down.
That was a weird position from him, though. He was poison potted in the corner so far from his healer. Yeah, but he was dead there every time.
Yeah, but he put his wall down and no one noticed him. Like, they just left him alone. He had a chance there, and he nearly got the tank kill, but this one is gonna be closed out for Stepbro. And wow, not what we expected to see in this early one. I'll be honest with you.
The Pike has to go.
We're seeing some Shaky Feet from Shaky Feets in match number 1.
I think every Tuesday, maybe even every Saturday, we always say, Geminix, why are you playing the Pike, dude? Right? Like, it's just not. I really don't like this choice of the team, especially with the Shadow Caller, though. But why is he using Pike if you commit to it? But it's with this team, he's never been committing fully to a dive until that 1 kill on the healer. but even a corrupting steel from range would have gotten that, right?
Yeah. But I mean, we see time
He's
and time
not that
again.
demon cape one, you know? He's Limhurst. Yeah. Why Limhurst? Just go Royal Jacket.
Because
why do you need the soldier
double
armor?
energy drain. Double energy drain. Like we've seen time and time again, right? When he plays the full like one-shot pike, he can delete clothies on his own, and that is kind of the game plan. They've got the firewall to hunker down against the triple front line. Geminex is the kill threat that opens it up. But here, like you said, he's forced onto the Limhurst because of the double royal armors draining constantly. So why not just switch to the Spirit Hunter and bring more utility to the rest of your team? After that
they're
early
getting the
loss.
lead. Yeah, so this team is 0-1 right now. Champion of Brazil's Shakey Feats. They lost their
Alibs
first
is on the
round.
Realm Breaker. Now this I like. They've switched it to a triple front line, right? They've got that massive HP reduction on the Realm Breaker. And just imagine following that up with a full stacks rooting smash.
Did no one give these guys the memo that Scholar Cowl got nerfed? Why do they have 3 Scholar Cowls?
Because
this
they're
is the only team that really
against
runs
2 Royal Armors.
But there's a thing, Lupac. Just swap off the soldier armors and take Royal Armor yourself, and then you're chilling, you know?
They need that damage, though, because they don't have a bow.
But if they swap to a different helmet, right? There's so many better helmets. You have Hooded Tenacities, Purges. I think helmets are way better than the armors
but look at it's a bow, axe, spear, right? So much physical damage. I don't mind the Scholar's
the resistances are the resistance you get from that soldier armor is good.
Taxo's having his own little GBG up top. Yeah.
And he's dead to the Rooting Smash.
And this triple front line, is going to be a lot better right now. Honestly, Zabroska's in a bit of trouble. And these boys now, Shakey feet looking a lot less shaky. They got to be careful, though. Charging through that rotten ground, they will find FS Petit Fills. Can they get some more on the way out? This is looking a lot nicer. They were 3-capped, though. Like, because of the weirdness of the fight, they did get 3-capped, but these guys are out of the tent already. Nice and early. It seems like no one's got any gear worries in this. They're just straight out of the tent, slap another 8-3 set on. We are playing at a 1500 soft cap for these matches. So these guys in 8-3 are weighing in at about 1550 for most of them. Big clumps, and like, this is the problem. The bear paws get such good value. Nataxo, he knows their game plan now, though. Oh, Champ misses the orb, and he gets paid for it. He swapped to the resistance as well, and I'm not surprised because Nataxo read that one like a book, didn't he? Just sideways blinked the orb and then unleashed the fury into Champ. Champ put his pot on cooldown, but Nataxo gonna find Alibs, and this is the power of these bows. You said it in the last match. If a bow isn't purged and finds space, you lose. Like they do so much damage.
And Nataxo especially, he's a really experienced bow player, right? He understands his cooldown up times, when he has E versus when the other team can purge it. So he's able to get a lot of those damage.
When you get to a tournament like this, you've got bow players. You know, you've been around bow players like Goof, like Bunny Team, Nataxo, people like that, if you give those guys space, you will lose the match 100%. Like,
and that brings up a really good point, right? Bunny Team is a good bow player. Why is he playing Infernal Staff right now?
Bunny Team's a phenomenal bow player because they want the firewall against the triple front line. Like, firewall can stop Razor Cut. Like, your double, you can cancel.
It's so fast now, though. That Razor Paw is so fast with the buffs. I don't know if he's actually gotten a firewall cancel off, has he?
But we're talking about the top 7 teams in the game. These guys should still be able to cancel it.
Let's see if he does. I don't think he has so far.
Look at that stack as well. And they got Mystic Rocks on top. And there's just the spear and the bear paws are getting such good value. This time, Nataxo gets purged. Nice one from Champ. It's a massive brawl right now. Zabroska struggling to get out of there. They're going to find Petit Fills. Is there a trade on the cards right now? Doesn't look like Stepbro is going to be able to find anything. Shakey Feet's driving the back once again. Shakey Feet's going to eat another 20 tick, though. So they are still behind, despite that. And this is credit to Stepbro. Stepbro have been re-gearing and getting back into the fight quickly and stopping the 3-cap against. Like we saw last time, these guys, Shakey Feet got shook. And they were so slow coming out, they were constantly playing second choke with a 3-cap.
Yeah, I think the swap is working for them really well, right? The arcane tank on Eric instead of the staff of balance. I don't think the staff of balance is doing too well.
To 3 front,
and the realm
back.
breaker, yeah, the realm breaker is doing work for them on Olive so far. They haven't gotten any like nice wombos yet though with it and the rooting smash.
They're really playing on the fact that Step Bro's light on purges.
Oh my god. Yeah, did you just see Alex is actually solo controlling the front line of the red team.
Such a crazy combo.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of keeping Bunny Team able to put out the fire damage. This is a much better comp than we saw in the first match for them.
Max health reduction doesn't care how tanky you are. Like the more health you have, the worse it is for you in terms of value. But they're going to find FS again. The Taxo to Zabroska. He's probably not getting out of here unless the cat has got the reset ready. Grabs the generous heal. Should have the reset any second. Gets the orb off. Oh, Marine goes in. Blinks in with the Razor Cut. Maybe looking for the cap interrupt. This time they are going to be 3'd though. And this one looking wild though. 9 kills to 3 in favor of Shaky Feats. And they're looking to bring this series back to a 1-1 here if they can close this one out.
Take a look at Geminex's mana during that fight. He went down to 0. He popped Scholar Cowl and didn't get like any mana back from it. No one was hitting him.
It's quite surprising because all you got to do is soak a couple of bleeds from Marine and you can use that to regain your energy. He might have got purged at an awkward time.
Yeah, that could have been it too. Also, interestingly, Bunny Team has a mana potion right now equipped. So yeah, he has the rest. This is the reason they're running the Scholar Cows as well, because they're not against an arcane tank. They're so much less likely to get purged in this fight. So the Scholar Cow represents, yeah, he's just gone. That's the 3rd time he overstepped, dove in the backline. Alex hits him with the Realm Breaker 1-2 combo, and he just goes down.
Yeah,
you got to adapt after the first, maybe the second death. You don't really don't have it be 3 in a row, right?
I mean, this is his 4th death. Nataxo 4 deaths, FS 4 deaths, and this one will go to a 3rd. And this time it'll be Stepbro that has to make some adjustments. This is some good matches to start, though. This is what we wanted to see in the Crystal Championship here, isn't it?
Yeah, I much prefer these more close, back and forth. Champion Brazil lost the first game. Now he's in a good holding to win the next one. So we can actually see a best of 3. Not always do we get to see a full best of 3 in the group stages.
Champ's elbow smash goes in. Rotten Steel up the choke, and this time Stepbro fighting for space. Geminex getting drilled. Contagious Fire comes back with Zabroska. Zabroska, he's playing very passive this time. He doesn't want to stack because, like you said, they're getting so controlled by Alev's Realm Breaker. He hits 2 on the choke. This time Champ is taking a beating. The firewall goes down. They try and hunker on this high ground, but now
Bunny Team is in trouble.
Stepbro are actually 3 capped against though, so unless they can find a kill, then it's completely fine for Shaky Feats to just kite this one out. And Ataxo, however, has his quiver, has his explosive arrows. Rebane is going to drop, and no healer is no bueno right now, Tazik, because Alivs is not getting out of here. Champs is not getting out of here. Bunny Team might bleed out. It's going to be a 4 for nothing, and from 9-3 back to 7-10. This is one hell of a match. Though.
That's not 4 deaths. That's about like maybe 9 deaths worth of gear that just got traded back to the red team.
Plus all the loot, yeah.
Yeah, that's so much loot coming into the other team. Wow, they're doing really well.
They're going to be on a 1 rotation, 1 kill timer.
Like 25 to 43 is not a place to be, right? If the red team gets 1 cap, if the red team gets 1 cap, it's a kill and a 20 tick and they lose, right?
Well, they've already got the caps though, so they basically, this really helps that they get an extra minute here. Because otherwise you would just like wait for that timer and then dive someone. Like 3 DPS in 8-3, if they all in something, it'll probably die. Taxo, very early resist from him. I think he thought the rooting smash was coming. Alivs finds Sakata with Geminex, but Nataxo, Geminex wants Nataxo. He's going to impale him.
He knocked him into him.
He bopped him onto Nataxo, but the 3 of them are kiting. It's 2 separate GVGs. We're going back to the caveman dive. And here we go. Ooga Booga, caveman style, onto Nataxo. The boy's nearly back in his own tent. The Realm Breaker, the reset, they can't find him. 3 of them cannot find the kill. And in the meantime, 3 of them are chasing the other direction. Rebane's on the high ground. It's 3 cap against. They go to 5 points. What is going on in this match? Geminex is looking for mid. There's another fight going down the bottom. It's ring around the rosy. Phil's. Okay, now they're 5 on the high ground, but they have 45 seconds. Or they are going into the lower bracket.
It's a 4v5. Yeah, Geminix is up top getting that cap, so these guys can't die. It's gonna be
worth it unless Champ dies. If they can hold, then they might have something here. Right, they've grabbed the cap, and now
but can they come back and get the momentum to win? Look at how hard Red Team's diving that back line.
Alivs is hurt. Champ is hurt. Champ needs to get out of here. Sakata taking big damage. Geminix, Mortal Agony, looked for the smash. Couldn't find it. He blinked out in time. Had to settle for an attack, so might find the kill onto an attack. So Champ now trading. Alivs is forced to blink out. Sakata won't go down without Alivs there as well. He gets the close range. Orb Marine's in trouble. They need this reset. Geminix is low. Phil's eats the rooting smash, the rotten ground onto Geminix. He doesn't drop. Bunny Team is low. Monkey.
What a firewall.
Champion of Brazil is low. Oh, Zabroska is going to go down. Is there a trade on the board? Marine has a lot of damage out there. Mortal Agony, rooting smash from the attack, so they get an attack. So it's going to be 3 versus 5 on this high ground. And just like that, that back cap from Geminix was perfectly timed. And they should close this one out. If they get one more kill on the way out, that'll do it.
This is only a 10 tick if they get it right now. They need to get that bot cap, but these timers are so long, right? That I feel like in 5 seconds,
it's 3 versus 5, and these guys are just like...
Well, Bunny Team and Geminix are both out of mana, right?
They're worried about the back cap, yeah.
Yeah.
Bunny Team's got no energy. This is going to get cancelled. Phil's... Oh, no, Phil's gets bopped!
Oh my god, Geminix got it!
He gets double bopped. That was brilliant there from Bunny Team, running that interception.
This is going to go down to 5 to 2.
4 with a 1v1 up the top. Alivs fighting for the cap. I mean, Realmbreaker, does he win that exchange? I don't know if he even does. Rabane's got to go up to heal him. Yeah, Alivs was losing the 1v1, so it forced Rabane out of position. He gets a couple of heals, might look to go back into the fight. No, they're going to let the cap go.
They're losing top. They're just going to lose it. They don't need it.
They're going to let the cap go, which is going to put them on 1 kill, though. They could just die for a kill. Over. Next kill wins. It might be Marine. It could be an attack. So it's going to be Sakata. No, it's not going to be Sakata.
Mortal Agony hit. Alibs blinks for the finish on him. What a Mortal Agony.
Magic shock into the rending swing.
What a match coming in. This is now 1-1 in this best of 3. But there was a lot of deaths. That's 20 deaths. These guys are going to need time to regear.
5 deaths from an attack.
Oh my god.
Holy moly.
In fact, Champion just wrote out in Say Chat, I need time to get sets, boys.
The new one. Right, 1-1 is the score as a Washed Up and Step Bro are going to go tooth and nail to try and find a way through in this upper bracket. Geminix on his pike once again. We'll take a look at his build, see if he switched anything up. Still gone for the soldiers, Mortal Agony, Blink, Limhurst pike. And they have to worry about energy, don't they, against this double royal armor. Ataxo on his bow. He's gone for the Merc Hood here. Interesting. Obviously, with the silences possibly coming out. I don't know what his thinking is with the Merc Hood particularly. I don't feel that he massively needs it, but there's the opening combo from the Realmbreaker. Forward pressure going out there, but he's on Frost Shield now. An interesting choice. Just needs to be that little bit more tanky, I believe. There's the Purge. No blink or roll for that one. Unfortunately for him, he's finding some space on Bunny Team. Resets. Now FS, who we saw getting bullied. The FS was the one to go down first in most of the engagements in the last match. There's the switch up, though. The combo. Mortal Agony onto an attack zone. Trying to juke the stuff. Oh, big Corrupted Steel goes forward. Alib's in a lot of trouble, but the firewall stops the follow-up, and that was the beautiful combo of this lineup. That's what they're looking to do. Shaky ground for both teams right now, but it looks like Shaky Feet are going to come out on top in terms of DPS. There's the slam onto an attack, so the Purge as well. FS will be the man who drops if they can get the control out. Yes, he will. Sakata not able to save his boy, and Geminix going in for the loot. This was what we were thinking before. This is their adjustments are working. Right?
Well, they didn't really change anything, did they? They just swapped onto the Realmbreaker from the last match, right? And it's working really well from them.
They went 5 really top as well this match. They didn't go for the 4-1 split. They went 5 top, which meant they did eat a 10 tick, but they did end up winning the fight. Still only 1 cap apiece, though, so they don't have a points advantage. Bunny Team drops the wall once again. After this wall goes, though, does look like Step Bro's in good condition to push forward. They drop the shield. They're looking for the back line. Razor Cut goes out. Bunny Team going to pop his... Purity, but he's got oh my goodness, that combo. Corrupted Steel, Poison Potion, everything there onto Bunny Team, and that guy never stood a chance. He was getting stabbed. You got a Razor Cut, Poison Pot, Corrupted Steel combo, couple of stabs from the pike, and it was job done. That was outrageous takedown there onto that man.
Yeah, the way these guys are playing, right? I don't think maybe they didn't spend a lot of time after the match, right? You should be talking and saying, you know, hey, what should we do? We just got destroyed by that Realm Breaker setup. Alex is doing a really good job of not diving as much, though, right? He's sitting in the back line with his boys and Realm Breakering, or like using his combos
He was
on
controlling the front line.
It's a really good use of it.
What they're actually doing is Zabroska's not stacking on the other two unless there's kill potential. Champ in a bit of trouble. Oh, that's a nice knock up. Bro, Sakata, very, very aggressive. But again, the wall goes down. And this firewall, it really is great against this combo. Like, this triple frontline. Firewall is one of my favorite skills in the game. As a launch fire player, when it wasn't meta, I used to love firewall. Especially against the broadswords. It's such a great skill. And triple frontline, it's just so frustrating to play against, isn't it?
Triple frontline is definitely something, especially when it's not leather frontlines like we've seen in every other meta pretty much. Everyone here is either a plate frontline or a cloth backliner, right?
Yeah.
So that when you have 3 plate dudes running at you, that's very scary.
And yeah, they just don't take enough to drive them back unless the bow can find some space. And of course, this lineup doesn't incorporate the bow. Here comes the 3-man. Look at Sakata running the Purity, trying to save Nataxo. Nataxo puts up the Frost Armor. Quick Purge comes out. Rooting Smash. Resets okay, though. Marine coming back to exert some pressure onto Geminex. Down goes good Judy from Champ there. Really needed that shield up. And that's going to weather the storm for Geminex as he looks to reset. FS can't overextend, though. Rotten Ground gets stuck on the wall. Mortal Agony needs the save. Can't get the save. One more hit. One generous heal comes out, but it's not going to be enough. And he just once again did not respect the aggro. They're looking for the trade. Geminex is like, look how low they are. Washed up in so much trouble. They leap over the wall. Marine is going to town with his axes. They just need some follow-up. Impaler. The shield goes down, but Champ is going to drop. And Marine is going to run the whole team down with these bear paws right now. He's draining their energy just to add insult to injury. Champ's gone. Aliv's gone. Nataxo gone. Rebane and Geminex slink back to tent with the skin of their teeth. Wow, what a turn there on the trade.
And there's almost no way you heal through that either, right? Like, how are you gonna heal through 5 guys at 1 bar? But the thing is, was that a good play by him, or was that just a misplay on the firewall placement? Why wasn't that on the choke? And it was tilted at that angle instead.
They didn't he blink through? I thought he blinked through because I think he blinked to the side, right? The healer leaped over for the control. So Kat was just like, right, boys, we're either in or we're out. Marine was on top of them, and the minute Marine was on top of them with no CC available, they were done. Like that fight was a foregone conclusion. Like, they never got to stabilize. The bleeds kept coming out. Shield, big dive onto Geminex here. The training, they are just like chaining this energy drain as well. It must be so annoying because if the fight goes on any length, they're going to be in trouble. Phils gets the Mortal Agony, the knock up as well. He's coming back for the heals, but the anti-heal, down goes the Realm Break Slam, and Phil's going to drop again. Is there a trade on the cards here? Champ isn't looking great. This time he catches the orb. Sakata misses his orb, and it's going to be Step Bro back to 10 this time. They're not going to win this one. And these fights are fast and furious. It's still a big points lead, though. And I think Step Bro will straight rotate here. In fact, Zabroska almost wants to come back into this fight.
Yeah, maybe he's looking for like a corrupting steel stop onto Alvis, but it's smart of Geminex and Champion to stay here.
It's 3 versus 5 at the moment. This is 3 versus 5. Alivs is coming into the fight. Bunny's coming into the fight. But they get up that choke for free. And now they're not into a 3 cap. So I kind of like the play, but their health is definitely putting them on the back foot. Mortal Agony into Alivs. Impaler goes down. Oh, good Razor Cut. And the Mystic Rocks are down. Geminex is in trouble. And as they push up this choke, the Mystic Rocks gets even more value. Phils, though, he has been getting taken out over and over again. He's got to beware of the turn. Pops his resist. He's learning from these dunks he's been getting because of this Realm Breaker. Zabroska, though, they're going to turn their attention to him instead. They say Phils has got out of here, so we'll just take a different target, and they're going to be driven back once again. And I think that maybe was too aggro from them.
I want to give a shout out to Nataxo using the Frost Shield and Geminex just running at him and hitting it without realizing that A, it slows you, B, it reflects some of the damage back to you. And I mean, C, it gives him major resistances.
Yeah,
right? It's like, why are you rooting damage anyway? On it? Yeah, it's been very sketchy for Geminex. He's been getting really slowed and having to like come back from a bow hitting you when you're slowed, so he can actually just pump you even more.
Well, the thing is, in a lot of easier fights, he gets the time to just chill in the back and do his combo whenever he wants. Whereas he takes so much damage in these fights and they focus him so hard that I think he's just grateful to be able to press the buttons.
Probably.
I think he just, oh, that was not a good firewall from Bunny Team there. He sent it off to the side and he basically just created a pathway to Rebane. And this is the difference. If that firewall doesn't protect their backline, suddenly you've got 3 plate users having a jolly old time. Forward orb, Sakata getting a lot of space right now. Marine comes back with the contagious fire. It's 2 caps to 1. Not able to convert it into a kill. They get the knock up onto Champ. Champ putting those magic shocks down. Just trying to catch a generous heal. 2-man silence. Does get the purge onto Nataxo as well, which keeps Geminex alive. But the whole team eats a corrupted steel on the choke into spinning blades, into mystic rocks. How are they still alive from this? The firewall. This time, Bunny Team gets it right. This time they left the man behind. Will Alibs get out? I don't see it. No. Back to 10 and into the 2 cap because Washed Up are going to rotate. Shaky Feet, sorry, are going to rotate quickly and make sure they don't get 3'd here.
I'm sure they're going to come down on him, though, right? Washed Up definitely is not going to let them get this calf, yeah.
No, they want the points. And Impaler goes out onto Champ. And it's weird as well. Tank's making the switch. You're so used to having a mobility Q, you know, those cartwheels all over the place, giving you resistances, giving you that little bit of mobility, giving you interrupts. Suddenly you don't have that and you're just spamming these Q abilities. It's a weird adjustment. Like it's not a big distance for cartwheel, but you don't have that safety net that you're used to. Sakata, good purge onto him, but that does mean the Taxo doesn't get purged here. And now Champ is going to feel what an unpurged bow is like. He pops his shield down for the boys. Reset comes in. Alib's in a bit of trouble though, despite being in that Judy bubble. Now it's the Judy bubble from Phil's that they're going to be riding out. Eats the razor cut onto the back line of Shaky Feet. This is a brawl right now. But with no deaths, it's always going to be in the favor of Stepbro and their 3-cap situation. They can grab another 20. It's really going to start turning those thumb screws onto the Shaky Feet. It's a brawl right now. It's a trade. Bunny Team drops for Phil's. There could be more, though. Geminex is low. Champ is low. Alivs is low. Zabroska's looking for more. If he has that corrupted steel, there's going to be problems. Nataxo is trying to find some space. Good purge onto him. He's going to just drop his DPS levels for a minute, but it's still a 3-cap. And that 1 kill puts them on a 1-minute timer. 4 versus 4. That 3-cap is going to drop them to 20 points. And this one could be an upset, honestly.
These guys let themselves get 20 ticked. Why did Champion of Brazil's team not go get that bot cap? Oh, no,
they found Zabroska on the way out, though. They did find Zabroska.
He was sitting in the middle, but I feel like you just blink over him. You know, that guy's not going to kill anybody on his own.
Well, Marine's just like, hey.
He does not care.
You're on your own there, bud? Look, the whole team, they've got them in a sandwich. Marine is behind Bunny Team, so where on earth does Bunny Team put his wall? Like, does he block off the back? Does he block off the front? And this is interesting stuff from Stepbro, but it really prevents them playing their game. Unfortunately for them, Zabroska was not in the fight. Like that could have just been a crazy opener, but these respawns are getting longer and longer. Alibs with a huge realm breaker into the back line, but there's no one to follow it up.
I'm thinking this is a big misplay on Bunny Team to be wearing Robe of Purity, because I understand they wanted to knock away the Bear Paws, but you can also Bear Paw E to the side and then not have that happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's still okay, but Champ is going to get dropped.
Wouldn't you rather have like a damage dealing armor, though? I feel like he could have gotten kills with it.
Debro is going through in the upper bracket, and
yeah, this one's just over. I really feel like Bunny Team could have done more.
Going into the lower bracket in the first match of the tournament for them. What a fight. What a fight. And congrats to Stepbro. Some impressive stuff from those guys.